Well, hello there. Thank you for joining me on another FAQ Monday. I am your host, Fluff, and if you have a question, feel free to leave them down below in the comments below, or go on over to my Ask FM thing and leave a question. Maybe we'll get to it, maybe we won't. Maybe we will, though. First question. Many artists go through different amps and sound like totally different players, but in all your videos, your gear always has a small hint of a beardy fluff tone. Do you take pride in this, or do you wish you could change your tone completely? Interesting question. I think I would not change how I sound in general. I like how I sound. It's beardy and it's a little rough, and you know what? It's mine, and I can't really change that. I always laugh at comments on this channel whenever I do a gear demo and I'll do totally different things, and there are definitely tonal similarities between various and very different types of gear, and I always see comments like, oh, this sounds just like, you know, that sounds just like the Line 6, or this, you know, the 5150 sounds just like your Rev video or something like that. It's like, oh no, I sound like me, I'm sorry. I'll try to knock that off. But honestly, if I could get anyone's tone, it would probably be Jerry Cantrell's, honestly. That guy has the greatest live tone ever. Ever. I mean, ever-ish, but still, yeah. But mine'll do, I suppose. I recently bought a used faded SG. Turns out the owner was a smoker. Suggestions on getting the nasty smell out? You know, there's not a whole lot you can do. There are some things you can do, but what I generally find works pretty well is, first I'll keep it in its case, open, and I'll stick it out in the garage, and I will just let fresh air kind of take it over for a while. And you know, if I can leave it in the front room where it's not so cold or anything like that, all the better. But if it's a super stinky guitar, I'll just leave it out in the garage. Also, you can close the lid and put dryer sheets in with the guitar, and that way it'll kind of absorb some of the smell. I find that works really well. There's some kind of, you know, there's baking soda you could put in there, that kind of thing. Baking soda worked pretty good if you had some kind of way to not put it on the guitar or in the case directly, I think. Anyone out there have any suggestions for this guy? Leave them down below to get rid of his smelly guitar. Thoughts on an entire album using bias test top and tune track drums? I'm sure someone has already done it, and I'm sure many people will continue to do it because that is a totally feasible thing to do. And you know how many records were made using Line 6 Pod Farm? A ton. And how many records have been made using Superior Drummer? A ton. So yeah, that's totally feasible and not that unusual these days, really. My suggestion to you this week is to check out this hilarious outtake reel from 1979 on the set of the first Muppet movie. That's right, the very first Muppet movie. Kermit the Frog and Fozzie the Bear have a very existential conversation that is completely improv by the puppeteers, Jim Henson being Kermit, and like maybe Frank Oz or something is the Fozzie the Bear. I'm not sure, but they're doing a camera test, so they need them to check the audio and that kind of stuff. So they have to say something, and they start improvising hilariously. This is so funny. I've watched this like 3 or 4 times, and it is just so brilliantly done and on the spot. I think you will love it. You've been wonderful. I have been Fluff. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.